Good evening, Mark Mulligan. I want to talk to you a little bit about some things tonight, about the eBay business and reselling and that kind of thing. Thought I'd be a little bit forthright tonight because we've been doing this about a year now, and there's been a learning curve for us. Because I think I told you, Erica and Faye and I, my wife and my daughter, we've been doing it. And there's some things to learn. Of course, you can learn it from online, and people will boast about what they're doing and what sells and what doesn't. And then you eventually find the people that are truthful with you on how much you need to work at this business to make a living at it. And frankly, we're trying to make it a little bit more than just a fun part-time job. We're going to try to see if we can even help supplement our income after Faye retires. So what we've learned, is that your gut, or cutesy little things that you think are going to sell for a lot, if you don't do your research, you're wasting a lot of time and effort putting these things online and waiting for them to generate lots of money. And so I have a few things here tonight that I'm going to show you that I thought would sell like hotcakes because I saw value in them. And I'm a golfer, so a lot of these things I hadn't seen before, and I just loved them. And so I just assumed these things were going to take off and be good sellers. Now, they may sell eventually, but at some point you need to understand you're not going to make the margins that you need to make. And like I mentioned before, I believe that you need to make at least 5 to 10 times what you are spending on things and get a return on it. And also, you don't want to buy something for $1 and sell it for 10. Like I mentioned before, by the time you get done all your costs with eBay and PayPal and postage, get to be around $5, $6, $7, $8. And even though the customer pays for the postage most of the time, how many things do you have to sell in a month to make a living? Let's say you want to make $2,000 a month. Well, $2,000 a month, that would be 100 things at $20. Well, let's find out whether or not you're going to be able to even do all that work. Because if you start having 100 things come in a month, you are going to have packing and shipping, and you're going to become a slave to the business. And that's what people have talked about, is all of a sudden you become a slave. So let's get right to it about some things. So, when we first got started, I bought a bunch of little trinket things. This little guy is really cute. And it's old. This thing here has been around. I think this was in the 50s when this thing was made. Well, guess what? It hasn't sold yet. And I only have it online for now probably $15. I had it listed for about $40. Thought it would sell like hotcakes. Here's another item. Great vintage golfer statue. I've got a couple, 2 or 3 of them. I don't know what I paid for it, probably a couple bucks. But I thought this thing would sell like hotcakes. I put it on for $20, and now I think I've got it on for 10. I probably had it listed for 6 months. There's a lot of things. Here's this neat little clown. This guy is really cool, I think. And again, paid a couple bucks for it. Initially had it listed for about $40, and I have it on for $15, and nothing's even happened on it. So I can go all the way down the line here. Now I just bought this snow globe. Now this is an oldie, and this definitely may have some value. And you have to do your research on it and stuff, but I haven't gotten any bites at all. Now today I just sold this. This is an old brass. It could be anything from a champagne cooler to a vase to whatever, but I sold it as a trophy. Now I had it listed as $40 and I sold it today for $40. So this brass trophy, really solid trophy, it sold today for 40. And that's kind of a goal that, you know, I want you to think about, to try to get into that area where you're making 30, 40 bucks. You know, sometimes you can do 25. I just sold something else for 25. But you may want to try to make sure that you're going to do that kind of margin. A lot of people are trying to get to that $40 level. So now let's say you're selling something for $40, you're trying to gross 2,000. Well, that's only 50 items that you need to sell a month. And you know, if you only have 10% costs into that, 200 bucks, you're making $1,800 a month. So you may want to be looking into those kinds of products. I'll give you another example here. I have some putters. And I told you about the putter I bought and sold for $125. Well, here is an Odyssey 2-ball putter. Now this putter is a beautiful putter. And this putter has name recognition. Odysseys are a great putter. And I'll put that on for probably $35 to $40. And then here's another putter. It's called a Double Trouble. It looks just like it. This putter here absolutely is a knockoff. Well, guess what? This putter, I'm going to be lucky if I get $15 for it. So again, I paid only $2 for both of them, including the Odyssey. And so you want to spend your time wisely and your money wisely in buying product that you know that you're going to get at least 35, 40 bucks back. 25 works too. And there's some other things like shirts and stuff you can do where you're going to put them on for 15 and you're going to sell them for 10. And like we've talked about before, they could be your bread and butter. But here's another one. This is an iron. This is a Cleveland high bore 7-iron, and this iron here will sell easily for $40. Now I can get another iron here, and this is a Pin Seeker. Pin Seekers are decent. Same club, 7-iron. It's a knockoff, and this club's going to sell for about $10, maybe $15 at the most. So what I'm trying to encourage you to do today is to really maybe do a little more research, because it's not just what you paid for that. I mean, even if you only paid $2, think about all your time taking the pictures, taking and wrapping and posting things, and then shipping it out and all of that. If you're buying stuff and you're putting an hour into something and you're only getting $10 for it, you're only making $10 an hour. Well, if you can start figuring out how to make 30 an hour, now you're starting to make some decent money, you know, and you're getting the $50,000 range. So 30 times 2,000 hours, if that's what you can do, that's 60 grand a year. So that's another thing. Here's another item I just want to show you. This is a 40 Ford sedan. It was a trophy. Beautiful, just beautiful. And I love cars. And I figured this thing would go for 50, 60 bucks. In the end, no, it hasn't sold. I've had it down to about $25. And so anyway, just because it looks great, well, guess what? I love the car. So it's on my shelf, and I see it every day, and I love it. And so there's no problem. And even all these other items here that are on here, I enjoy them. I enjoy seeing them. I have them all around the house. People commented on them. And so they're kind of neat. So, you know, if you're going to buy stuff like that and you're going to sell it, then, and you're going to keep it kind of as a collector's thing, oh, then that's fine, as long as you enjoy it. But don't buy some junk. You know, I kind of bought this thing. I really thought this thing was going to sell too, It's kind of a wild modern art, iron woman golfer, and solid iron. I mean, it's been welded and kind of a heavy duty thing. And again, I don't particularly like it that much, but it's not going to sell. So it's going to sit in my house and I'm going to watch it for a while. So, I want you to think about that. The other thing is, if you're going to sell golf clubs, is you may want to get into bundling. I thought putting the clubs online and separating them from the set of clubs, and then people would buy onesies to cover lost balls would also make sense. It's not working. I mean, it's a long tail thing. If you're going to be in the business for 20 years, someday somebody might buy. Maybe you'll sell 5 of them. Well, in my mind, it's better now to bundle. So here's a set of clubs. These are Olimers, beautiful set. And I was going to actually break them down, but I'm going to put the whole set of clubs on. Now, this set of clubs, $2 I paid for on $1 day. I love Savers because Savers puts their clubs together. And if this set was $24.95, when you could have bought it, and I paid $2 for it on Thursday. And now I'm going to put it all on there, and for $75. I'll probably get $60 for them. Same thing, here's another set of clubs. Same kind of thing. I'm going to bundle them. They're a good little set. These are a knockoff of a kind of a Wilson club. We'll sell them. Also woods. I used to do a lot of selling, one at a time. These are Warriors. It's a 5-7 and a 3. Guess what? I bundle them and I put them on for $60. So that's only $20 a club. But they all 3 go in the box, and you're making $60 and doing all the shipping and everything. At least you made $60. I've done that many times, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm definitely going to start bundling the clubs and doing more sales like that. So anyway, it was certainly something that I wanted to talk and share with you tonight. I mean, there's so many neat things. Some of this stuff is just classic, but unless you're going to sit on it for a long time, it's not going to sell. And guess what? It's going to start costing you $5 a year to post it, and then again when you sell it, if you're going to put it on, you might as well put it on for $40. Don't put it on for $15 because some